a more detailed kind of tour of my tack trunk. I know in my last video it was tack trunk basics. I kind of just scanned over with my video camera. I didn't really put much filming into it. I didn't have a lot of time that day, but today I have a whole bunch of time, and I'm going to go ahead and show you everything I have in here. So it's going to be a long video, so if you don't want to watch it, just exit out now. But the lighting might be kind of bad because there's a door right next to my tack trunk and it's coming right in. So I can't really fix that, but I hope it doesn't bother you guys. The first thing I have in my tack trunk, I think this comes in pretty much every tack trunk. It's just like a little wooden box kind of that slides around the tack trunk. First, washcloths. Gotta have washcloths. I wipe my horse down all the time, even before I ride, just to get all the dirt off her, wipe her nose off, her eyes, just anything that needs to be wiped off. A jar of mint. Yeah, it's in a medicine jar. Just an empty one now. And then this, I think, every rider should have one of these. It's a little personal box. I called it in the last video. And I guess you could call it that. But I have wipes for my face in case my face gets dirty. Because when I ride a lot, ride a lot of horses, my face gets a lot of dirt on it. So I just like to clean it off. I have a little brush in case I go to lunch with my friends or something after I go to the barn. I had Kleenex. Guess I need to get some more of those. That's very important at the barn, though. There's not a lot of Kleenexes around. Vaseline. I don't know why I have that actually. Sharpie, which is extremely important, so you can mark all your stuff so nobody steals it, or in case it gets misplaced. I just keep a whole bunch. I just keep a whole bunch of these Propel mixes. You just mix them into water. They taste really good, and I don't really want to carry Gatorade out here because my barn supplies water for us, so I just mix those in. More Sharpies. There's a little notepad. I write down the horses I've ridden, horses I have to ride, little notes like that. Scissors, those come in quite handy, believe it or not. And then I keep a bunch of hair ties in here because you never know. My friend needs to borrow them. I don't have one. It's good to have it. And just, most of it's trash. There's some bobby pins and just more Propel and stuff. So that's what you want to keep in your personal box. Plus or minus. And then I have chapstick also in there. And that just slides right back in. On the left side of my tack trunk, I have just a pink bucket. I keep all my bathing stuff in there. There's shampoo, conditioner, Gatorade, just in a bucket. I also use the bucket for bathing, feeding grain, whatever I need. Just good to have a bucket. Saddle soap. I clean my saddle at least twice a week, and it is in great condition. I've had it for about 3 years now, and it looks brand new. So I suggest cleaning your saddle as much as you can, because it will definitely make it last a whole bunch longer. I have a spare lead rope. My jumper reins. I currently have on my hunter reins on my bridle. And then in this bucket, I have tons of buckets. I don't know why. I love having stuff in containers. So I just have a halter, another lead rope, polar wraps. That's pretty much it. In this container, it's kind of like, I don't know what it is actually. I have sunscreen, more sunscreen because it's also good to put on. You can put it on your horse's nose, and it keeps it from getting pink and just a little less sunburnt. Beagle oil for after I do hard jumping lessons or anything, just kind of cools off their muscles. Iodine, I use this for fungus on their legs or pretty much anywhere on their body, but it really gets it off well. And then this is just leather conditioner. I try not to use this as much because it does tend to make your saddle more oily. So I recommend doing that about once every other month. That's how often I do mine. And it looks great. So it just really depends on what brand of saddle you have and how the leather turns out when it's treated. I just have a bunch of whips because I have a lot of lazy horses, and I just keep those like in the middle of my tack trunk. This side I have my helmet in a helmet bag because I like to keep it safe, because it also is my show helmet, because it's a very nice helmet. So I don't really find the reason. I mean, if you want to have like a plastic schooling helmet, I guess that's fine, but I don't. Fly spray, yeah, it's in a saddle box, whatever. It's fly spray. I have saddle oil. I just keep it in the back because if you've ever used saddle oil, it is so hard to get out of anything. So I usually wear gloves when I oil my saddle. I have a bag of gloves. I think this is actually a polo wrap bag, but I just keep all my gloves in it. I have some winter gloves, show gloves, schooling gloves, whatever I need. I'm losing my seat. I don't know what you would call this box either. What is in this? Oh well. I have a little bag. I have a oil sponge because, like I said, the leather oil, it is a pain to get out of anything. So I keep this, I have a special sponge just for the oil because oil does not come out of anything, and it kind of gets all funky when you mix it with your soap, and this is my soap sponge. I have some, I think it's called Swat. This was just a few dollars cheaper, so I got it. It's called Flies Off. Same thing. It's pretty much just like Corona, and it does the same thing, but if you have a lot of flies, it keeps off the flies too. I don't know if Corona does that or not. But Corona is a lifesaver. If they get pretty much anything, like if you see any little scratch, put it on there, and it should heal up in about a week. Like, depending how serious it is. Like, you definitely don't want to use this on huge open wounds, but just little things that you can handle. Definitely use it because it works like a charm. Glycerin, I used this on my horse when she cut her leg. Rubbing alcohol also for when she cut her leg. Wonder Dust. I don't really know what this is. It says it's wound powder. I don't know. I just found it in here, I guess, just now. And then I have this roll-on fly spray. This is great for horses that hate having their face sprayed with fly spray, because I don't like to put it on my hands because it also leaves a really gross residue. And it just rolls on, if you can see the little rolly tip. You can roll it around their eyes, on their face, pretty much anywhere they hate being sprayed, or anywhere that's easier for you to spray it on, or easier not to spray it on them. I have a bathing sponge, which goes in my bathing bucket. Hoof oil, that is very important. So my horse's feet get really dry really fast, so I go through hoof oil pretty fast. This is Rainmaker. This is one of my favorites. I love Rainmaker. And that works really well. And then I just have these Cozy Toads. They're actually for winter, and it's dead summer right now, so I don't know why I have them in here. They're actually pretty cool though, because if you can see, they kind of strap on to your stirrup iron, and they make a little pocket. And inside of here, there is slots where you can put hand warmers, so they make your feet really warm, because I know it can get really, really, really cold in the desert. Some people don't know that, but it gets freezing in the desert. And especially like even at like 4 and 5 o'clock in the desert, it's freezing in the wintertime. So I just keep those, because they actually do work really well. And then this is my grooming box. All my brushes have began to disappear. I just have a body brush, soft brush, a face brush. I have like 5 hoof picks, curry comb, mane and tail brush, a shedding blade, a squeegee, and just other little brushes like that. Don't really need to go through all of them. There we go. Then on my board, what's in my tack trunk, I went over this in the last video too. I'd like to write down anything, like any extra horses that I have to ride, or any of my horses that are on medicine, or usually you have little notes like bathe Gracie on this day, bathe Jet, hoof oil, because hoof oil is really important, fly spray, just little notes and reminders when my lesson is. So I think it's really helpful. I used to write it down in my little notebook, but that got kind of confusing because I have to write the date on it so I know when it was. It just got confusing. So I just have my little whiteboard. It's kind of tacky though because I don't really know how to put it on. So I just got Velcro, stuck it on the back and on here. It doesn't really damage it. It just peels right off. But yeah, it's my board. And then tuck trunk. Anyways, here's my marker. And then there's just these bungee cords to keep my wraps in. I had them all over here too, but I put my whiteboard there, so I didn't want to have to like write through the bungee cords. So I just have my polo wraps. I don't use polo wraps that much. I prefer jumping boots. I think they're just a lot easier. I don't know if they're necessarily safer, but I think it's just easier because polo wraps, if you do wrap them the wrong way, you will probably bow a tendon, or you have a very high chance of bowing a tendon. Many things can go wrong if you wrap the polo wrap the wrong way. And I know there's a lot of videos on YouTube like showing how much to pull, how much to release, which way to wrap it, but I personally just let my trainer or a groom do it for me because I can't wrap for the life of me. I don't want to hurt my horse, so I just do jumping boots because they just Velcro on and I can handle that. So I think that is about it for my tack trunk, and everything fits perfectly back in here. Like I have it so organized to where stuff just slides right in, and as you can tell, I'm putting my stuff away as I'm speaking to you. And it's taking me like 30 seconds to put all this away. And it looks just as nice as when I first started showing you. Super easy when you have your tack trunk extremely organized like I do. I have so many buckets and crates. Just everything to help me keep organized. So, as you can see, I just emptied the whole entire tack trunk, put it all back together in less than a minute. And it closes perfectly. And that is it for my tack trunk. What's in my tack trunk, what I keep in my tack trunk. It's pretty similar to the tack trunk basics. I pretty much just did an aerial view last time. This time I actually pulled everything out, showed you how I organized it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know below what else you want to see. And I will see you next time. Thanks so much.